Hello and welcome to Daily Dose Radio, a 5-minute-a-day podcast studying the Psalms verse by verse, recorded here in the dining room of the Bible Bistro, located in Sharonville, Ohio. Hey friends, welcome back to Daily Dose Radio here in the Bible Bistro. Well, are you ready for a confident confession today? Kind of hard to do, isn't it? Especially when you're faced with a dear friend who is betraying you. At least you thought they were a dear friend. They said everything right up to a certain point, and then all of a sudden they turn on you. Who knows why Ahithophel did this to David? Maybe he wanted to hitch his wagon to a rising star in Absalom. Maybe he thought he would gain more notoriety or honor from that. I don't know. But of course, when you go against God's man, you incur the wrath of the Lord God who put him in place. And that's what happened with Ahithophel. He did not come to a good end. So anyway, this confident confession that we have here in 18 is really sort of an outlier in a sense, because I would still probably be mourning. Maybe you would too. And, David begins it that way in 55 when he says, I mourn in my complaint and make a noise. Well, sure, he's mourning. Sure, he's making a complaint. Why wouldn't he? We would too if we were in this situation where a dear friend had betrayed us. But now I'm going to read verses 18 and 19 today, and just listen to what David says. He hath delivered my soul in peace from the battle that was against me, for there were many with me. God shall hear and afflict them, even he that abideth of old. Selah. Because they have no changes, therefore they fear not God. All right. Now you'll notice verse 18 here. He has delivered my soul in peace from the battle. See, this is how David is seeing this, and probably really for David, he sees everything like this because he's a man of war from his youth. He knows what battle's like. He knows how it's prosecuted. He knows how it's prepared for. He knows what happens postscript in a battle. He knows all of it. He knows the preparation for battle. He knows everything about it. And so he probably sees this as a battle. And Ahithophel is just one of the combatants on the other side now. And he says that he has delivered my soul. Who is he talking about there? Well, he's talking about God. Because there in 16, this whole thought is one piece. I will call upon God, and the Lord shall save me. Evening and morning and at noon I will pray and cry aloud, and he shall hear my voice. He has delivered my soul in peace from the battle that was against me, for there were many with me. See, this is a very confident confession about the efficacy of his prayer. He's praying, and he knows God has heard him. He knows that it's bad on the other side, it's strong. He knows that it's dark, where he's at because of the betrayal. And yet, even in the midst of all that, this light breaks through in his soul, and he just confidently cries out, God has delivered my soul in peace. Now you notice it's his soul. So he's gone from mourning to peace. He's at peace now. The battle that was against him was a soulish battle. And there are many with me, he says. So there are many people probably praying for him, probably loving on him. And if we go back and we look at the story in 2 Samuel 15 and 16 and so forth, we do find several characters that show up that are on his side, that provide for him, that give him a place to stay, that give him food and provision, not only for him, but for all of the people that are with him. So he's encouraged by that. And so this battle in the soul that's been taking place, well, now he says, God's delivered my soul in peace from the battle that was against me. Notice verse 19, God shall hear. It's no longer God will you hear as it was in verse 1. Now it's God will hear. He's confident. God will hear and afflict them, even he that abideth of old. Here's a wonderful little descriptor of the Lord God, isn't it? He that abideth of old. Yeah, that's him. He's the one from eternity past. He is God forever. Always has been, always will be. even he that abides of old. He's going to be the one that hears. It's not some foreign God that I'm praying to. No siree. This is the Lord God I'm praying to. And then we have right here in the middle of this verse, interesting how, this does not come at the end of a verse, but the folks that divided the verses, chose the verse numbers, put the Selah or allowed the Selah to land in the middle of the verse. So we're to stop and pause here and think about what was just said. God shall hear and afflict them, even he that abideth of old, Selah. And of course, it's a really kind of a marvelous place for a Selah, because what are we meditating on? Well, we're meditating on the fact that God hears. We're meditating on the fact that he delivers. We're meditating on the fact that he's given me many people to be with me in this battle. We're meditating on the fact that God himself is hearing my voice, saving me. He's allowing me to call upon him. Yeah. So Selah, we pause, we think about all those things, and then verse 19 concludes, because they have no changes, therefore they fear not God. Now this is the problem for Ahithophel and for Absalom. Everything's gone great. Everything has been, wonderful. They've been prosperous. They've been victorious. All this time, marching up to Jerusalem, they take the throne. David now's away. He's crossed the river. He's now in, a place where he can hide himself for a little bit. And these people, they don't fear God because everything has gone right for them, according to their plan. But that's going to change very quickly. All right, next time, tomorrow, we will pick up in 20 and read 21 and 22, and we go back again to Ahithophel. We're going to see something about his character. So, I hope you'll join me then here on Daily Dose Radio. Thanks for listening to Daily Dose Radio. For more fresh and delicious Bible studies, podcasts, books, and more, check out the Bible Bistro online and on YouTube. Join me again next time for Daily Dose Radio.